Big news out of the Idaho State House as Governor Butch Otter and Lieutenant Governor Brad Little sign an executive order creating a new health care system in Idaho. The state-regulated plans fall outside the Affordable Care Act requirements, but the leaders say it will be a cost-effective option for Idahoans seeking coverage. 6 on Your Side's Capitol correspondent Marissa Morrison spoke with the Lieutenant Governor one-on-one about the executive order today and has the story from inside the State House.
Dawn, the executive order is intended to broaden health care options for Idahoans that the Department of Insurance says could cost between 30% and 50% less than current plans offered under the Affordable Care Act and Your Health Idaho. With signatures from the governor and the lieutenant governor, Idaho becomes the first state to take a new approach to health care outside of the Affordable Care Act. Lieutenant Governor Brad Little, who is seeking the Republican nomination for governor in the May primary, is not required to sign an executive order, but says he did so because he's been working hand in hand with Governor Otter.
We got about 100,000 people in Idaho that we believe would buy insurance if they could afford it. This is going to help those people.
The new state-regulated plans would include similar essential health care benefits as ACA plans with some exceptions, including a separate rider for families who want to purchase maternity care. Is this unfair? Is this almost a tax to young women or to women?
Well, right now it's a tax to young women because so many people aren't buying insurance. The no action alternative is, everybody agrees, is not what this will mean is if you're an employer and you want to be competitive, and they can still get ACA compliant plans. But if you want to be competitive, then you say, what's that option going to cost?
Idaho consumers can stay on their current ACA healthcare plan. Do you expect any pushback from the federal government?
Some of the conditions in that executive order we think will address their pushback. We're the first state to do this. For Idaho to lead on health care policy isn't new, and we're going to lead on it, and I know there's going to be a lot of other states watching what we're doing.
We'll bring you more information on the new state-regulated healthcare options as it becomes available. Also inside the State House today, legislators gave members of the media a preview of what's to come during the 2018 legislative session. Republican and Democratic leaders from the House and Senate outlined their goals. On the agenda this year, tax reform, public school funding, workforce development, and campaign finance reform. 2018 is, of course, an election year, and leadership says they'll be working to keep those running for office on track to serve the people of Idaho.
Most of these candidates know where the line is, and if they don't, and if I'm in the chair, I'll remind them.
I don't think it's going to affect the work a whole lot. It just, as the speaker says, it might be performed by some with a little more flamboyance, but not by most of us. It's just going to continue on.
The legislative session kicks off Monday with the governor's State of the State address. We'll have full coverage of that event as well as full-time coverage all session long with updates on our 6onyourside.com under the Inside the State House tab. Reporting live in the studio, Marissa Morrison, 6 on Your Side.